Okay, so now we're finally at a point to where I can review a pair of climbing shoes that I still continue to use a lot. And those shoes are none other than the Solution Comps. Now, the Solution Comps came out not too long ago. They were an updated version or a different, more separate version than the Solutions. The Solutions from La Sportiva are this legendary shoe. They were kind of like this more modern style shoe that handled like just crazy terrain. And a lot of athletes still use the Solutions. But the Solution Comps kind of wanted to go off of that same performance and legendary performance that the Solutions had, but just tweak some things. And a lot of that tweaking has actually gone to make this a sometimes more superior shoe than the Solutions. So with that being said, let me kind of take you along for how I've used the Solutions and what I've kind of seen when wearing them. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the Solutions that I have here are sized at a 42. I got these right around the same time I got my Otakis, maybe a month or two after. And when I got these, I was kind of sold on them, with a little bit of an exception. So the Solution has a little bit of a weirder fit. It still continues to use the La Sportiva PD75 last, which is a last that is shared with a lot of shoes from La Sportiva. I mean, we're talking the Otakis, the Squamas, the Mantras, which are new, the Mira, lace, and Velcro. Like, a lot of things use the PD75 last, and the Solution Comps are another shoe that uses them. But Solutions kind of fit different than a lot of climbing shoes. They kind of have a more narrower toe box, and that toe box, if you're not used to it, can kind of feel crammed. I definitely know the first couple days that I was wearing the Solution Comps, there were definitely times where my toes went totally cold. I mean, it's a different fit, but once you start to get used to it and you use it more, it's actually really comfortable. So the Solution Comps are more of a competition-oriented shoe, but competition to like bouldering and sport climbing in the gym. But actually, this is a great shoe to use outside as well. I've actually used these for both. These are kind of my main indoor gym shoe, but they are actually kind of becoming my main go-to bouldering shoe. And I think it's just, there's a lot of things to love about them. So let's kind of look at those things, or let me highlight some of those things. So the first thing that I'll kind of go off of is that they're supportive and yet still sensitive. And they kind of took that, and it's really an interesting system. So generally when you have a soft shoe, you don't have a lot of support. You have the toe box, and it's very it's flexible. It's meant to smear over things, and you get more foot fatigue. And then you have a stiff shoe. The stiff shoe does not want to flex at all, and you get less foot fatigue, but you get less sensitivity. Whereas the Solution Comp really kind of finds this great balance between the two, because you still have sensitivity this way to where the shoe can bend this way, but that front toe box is pretty stiff and does not want to deform easily. So that's really great, and it offers a really good climbing experience. This is a thing that you can stand on micro edges and feel confident on, but this is also something you can smear pretty confidently in. I mean, when I got into these shoes, I was surprised by how well they handle volumes in the gym. Because I don't know about you, I kind of hate problems that include volumes, because they're all about your friction between your shoe and the volume. And previously, when I've been using Vibram XS Edge rubber, that rubber is kind of slick. When it goes on the volumes, you kind of slide off, and that's not fun. But these shoes actually offer Vibram XS grip too. So they're grippier, stickier rubber while still having pretty good durability. And it works awesome. They work great in a gym setting. They're very sticky. You can climb some roofs on them. But they also boulder really great too. Outside bouldering or sport climbing. They're a shoe that can handle it all. And it's really awesome to see, because they just handle everything. You can do some pretty intense bat hangs, so they have a big patch of rubber right there. But kind of along the Mira, they have a very prominent toe, and you can kind of see right there. And that's a Solution standard. Solutions have a very precise toe, and when your toe is right here, when you're on your toe, but it's sensitive. So you get to feel what's underfoot. You get to know if it's a good foothold or not. So the solutions really perform great. They also had the P3 system, so that it's a retention system that keeps the toe downturned and makes sure it's downturned over for the life of the shoe. It's really great, makes the constant performance of the shoe really good. So that's awesome to see. And they're a simple yet effective shoe. They are a Velcro system, and sometimes the Velcro systems within climbing shoes are not that great. You have a general strap or 2 straps or sometimes even 3 straps, and you can't get that like comfort, whereas the strapping system with this one's a little bit better. You have this lacing that comes over here and here, so then when you tighten this down, it tightens kind of down across the whole forefoot, and you get a really secure fit. And kind of a big thing that was kind of switched with the Solution Comp was a change of the heel. So the Solutions use and still continue to use the La Sportiva S heel technology. It's something that was in the Otakis, and it's something that's in the Squamas. Some people like that heel, some people don't. I kind of felt that you really have to get the right fit of the shoe to really benefit from the S heel, whereas these go more with a more traditional heel style. Now, this is really great for the shoe. Are they the narrowest heel? No, they're actually a pretty wide heel, and I have a pretty narrow heel, so sometimes I was skeptical of it. But with the kind of fit of the Solutions, they fit really great on my feet. I don't experience a lot of heel slippage, and I get a really sensitive heel for doing heel hooks. So the heel in these and the update for it, for overall how its fit is, I think it's really great. I think these shoes are a little bit more comfortable than the Solutions. They really perform at a high level. And like I said, they are still something that I continue to use. They are kind of my go-to indoor shoe. They're kind of my go-to bouldering shoe now. I've done some sport climbing in them, and they perform great all around. And it's something really cool to see that Sportiva just updated the Solutions just to change a few things about them, and those few changes really made the shoe a great shoe. And it kind of shows, because these are one of La Sportiva's most popular shoes. You see them a lot. You see a lot of athletes use them in competitions, and it makes sense. So yeah, so that's kind of a general overview of the Solution Comp. If you have any questions that you didn't get to, be sure to leave a comment. I'll try to get to it as fast as possible. With these shoes, I can definitely answer more questions, because I have spent a lot more time in them. I've been in different conditions with them. Been able to climb on granite with these. I've been able to climb limestone on these. I've been able to climb chalks in these, and I've been able to climb indoors with these. So I have a good range of how they perform. I think I also climb sandstone in these. I've climbed a lot in these. So if you guys have any questions about these shoes, like I said, be sure to leave a comment. I'll try to get it to it as fast as possible. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.